Well, it's become a Memorial Day tradition, of course, the concert over on the west lawn of the Capitol. But even more fun for us, it's become a tradition to talk to Gary Sinise, one of the co-hosts of this year's National Memorial Day concert. Gary Sinise, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So it's going to be you and Joe Mantegna up there doing your shtick there. It's this Sunday, and it's going to be broadcast on PBS again?
Absolutely, yeah. This is the 25th anniversary of the concert. It's been on for 25 years. It's a wonderful, wonderful concert. This is my 10th year of involvement and 9th year as the co-host with Joe.
That is very cool, and I know you guys have a lot of fun and are so dedicated to the troops. And what makes the Memorial Day concert so special? Because you do so many things. You perform for active duty military, you travel around the world, and of course for vets. But what is it about this Memorial Day concert that's different?
Well, this is on the lawn of the Capitol. First of all, it's a magnificent setting. The stage is right on the Capitol lawn. The stage actually faces the Capitol, and in between the stage and the Capitol are 250,000 people there who show up every year to watch the broadcast live. In fact, the night before we do the dress rehearsal, there's a small crowd of 50,000 show up for that. So it's pretty magnificent to be there in Washington, D.C. on Memorial Day, and that weekend you got Rolling Thunder going on there. There's all kinds of events paying tribute to the men and women who serve, and I'm privileged to be a part of the National Memorial Day concert. Every year we have a great lineup of performers and entertainers. This year we have another great group of singers. Of course, we'll have the American Idol winner, which we do every year, singing the national anthem.
Yeah, that's going to be very
cool. We don't know
cool.
who that'll be.
Whoever it is.
We'll find out that later this week. But.
And you obviously always have a lot of vets up on stage, and you're going to feature vets from the Afghanistan conflict this time around, yes?
Yes, yeah. There'll be, kind of a special welcome home to people who've served in Afghanistan. You've got the 70th anniversary of D-Day. So
that's right.
Paying tribute to veterans who participated in that D-Day invasion. I'll be doing a special segment on one of our quadruple amputees, Corporal John Peck. He's actually a sergeant now. He lost both his arms and both his legs in a bombing. He's one of 5 surviving quadruple amputees. I've actually been involved in helping to build a special home for John.
Yeah, actually, if I can, talk to us about the Gary Sinise Foundation and what you're doing there.
Well, with my foundation is it became clear to me after being so involved with veterans for many, many years now, and especially after September 11th, getting involved with so many different military charities, that starting my own military charity was the next phase in support. So we're about to go into our 4th year. We launched in 2000. I started the foundation in 2010. We launched in 2011, and we've been ramping up ever since, involved in so many different projects and programs. One of those projects or programs is called RISE, Restoring Independence, Supporting Empowerment, and we do this by providing mobility devices for our wounded, special smart technology homes. So I have to raise a lot of money to give back to these wounded heroes. We have an entire new generation of Lieutenant Dans out there who sacrificed so much. We're going to highlight one at the National Memorial Day concert, John Peck.
That'll be great. And listen, you're talking to a whole lot of patriots here in the Washington area that tune in every morning, so I want to say it's the GarySiniseFoundation.org if you want to support that and learn more information. Gary Sinise is our guest. So many people know you as Lieutenant Dan, you just mentioned, from Forrest Gump, and of course your long-running successful series, CSI New York. I first fell in love with you with your theater work, your Broadway work, and I wonder if I could take you off field a little bit. Of Mice and Men is on Broadway right now with James Franco, and of course I consider your production with John Malkovich the gold standard. I don't know if you've been able to see it because you have such a busy schedule, but what is it about Of Mice and Men that is such an enduring part of American literature that it's revived again and again?
Well, one of the things is that it's read in classrooms across this country every year by high school kids. So it's just one of those enduring classics that is around. I think more people have seen our film version on DVD over the last 20 years since we made the movie in classrooms around the country than ever saw it in the theaters. Mm-hmm. And it's just a great American classic. You know, each generation may have a new production of it. Well, now there's a new production on Broadway. It's actually directed by Anna Shapiro, who is one of our members of Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago. So.
Oh, that's right, and that's where where your production originated. Most of your productions originate. In fact,
we did A Mice and Men at Steppenwolf in 1981, and then I made the movie version of it. I started shooting it in 1991, and it came out in 1992.
So now, listen, after so many seasons, CSI New York now is sadly no longer. You've done your last episode, right, and it won't come back next year. Have you given thought to what's next for Gary Sinise, the actor?
Well, I'm not sure, Larry. You know, we finished shooting in February of 2013, and having started this foundation, I've devoted full time to the foundation since that time. We have a lot of need in the military community, so I've been very, very focused. Fortunately, 9 years on a hit television show has allowed me some security financially so that I can take the time to devote to the foundation, and I put a lot of personal financial support into the foundation.
No, I know.
I've just been all over the world. I've been on military bases, in military hospitals. I've been to the war zones. I've been in the military community so much, and I've seen the needs within the military community after a dozen years of war. And I can see that I can do something to help by keeping the awareness up and raising spirits and raising funds. So
wow.
I encourage people to go to Gary Sinise Foundation website, GarySiniseFoundation.org, to learn more about what we're doing and help us help those who serve.
Well, for sure, and you're just such an inspiration, and I know that you inspire other actors and people in the Hollywood community to come forward as well and do their part for the troops. I miss you on stage and on film, so hopefully we'll see you doing more of that. But thank you. I can't wait to see you this Sunday at the National Memorial Day concert, and if you can't make it out to the mall, everybody, you can, of course, see it on PBS. Gary Sinise, along with Joe Mantegna, hosting that 25th anniversary. Thank you so much, Gary, for everything you do.
Thank you, Larry.